All right, so we're back in. Wouldn't be a Assetto Corsa if it didn't crash at least once. So here I am. The first stream I tried crashed. Maybe too much memory being used up or whatever. My game runs at pretty high frame rates. Actually, I'm running like 190 FPS, so I got to change some settings to calm things down a little bit. And I think that's what happened in the last attempt of the live stream. But let's see how long this one goes. We got to give it another go. So just want to make sure I have everything right here. Let me make sure I have my weather in the right spots. Right there. We'll do broken clouds. Okay, here we go. Let me just set everything up real quick. All right, so we're back in. Let's see what happens. This is where I want to start. There you go. Ooh. Not as good. Okay, there you go. I'm getting somewhere. This E30 is really nice. Wow, feels really good. Looks pretty dope. So day one of kind of figuring out drifting on the steering wheel on Assetto Corsa. I did do a practice round right before the live stream, and then I did a live stream, and the live stream didn't work, so I'm coming back and trying again. Assetto Corsa crashed on me one time already, but here we go. We're trying, we're learning. But feels really, really good. Once I got the settings right, once I got everything going, it just, you know, a lot of it becomes intuitive. This bend I still keep on struggling with. I'm not hitting the corner right, but we'll figure it out. That's why we're practicing. Oh man, I love that the way the speed feels in this game. You know, everything feels realistic in the sense of like your sense of speed, how fast you're going. It actually kind of matches what it looks like, which I really, really appreciate coming from more of a simcade, you know, an arcade setup, which I usually do. I usually do Forza Horizon 5. Coming from that to this, I really appreciate how they create the feeling of speed. It actually matches what you're expecting when you're pressing the throttle down, and I think the simulation really, really, really helps, because otherwise in Forza, you know, you're going like 200 miles an hour very easily, and it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. When it's too fast, it feels really fast. When it's going like 60 or 90 miles an hour, it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like you're going 30 miles an hour. It's like 30 miles an hour and 100 miles an hour almost feel the same in Forza Horizon 5. It's crazy. At least that's my experience. So for me, coming into Assetto and trying the drifting here, that's the biggest thing that I noticed, that I really can tell, you know, that I'm going slow or I'm going fast, and that actually helps you with the drift, because it guides how much throttle you want to give. Or, you know, if you're trying to slow down, you already know, right? But if you can't even tell that you're going too fast according to the game, because the car doesn't feel as fast, you know, you're not going to be able to drift right. So I definitely appreciate that about Assetto Corsa so far, and I'm really, really enjoying it, guys. This is so much fun. This is actually really, I mean, I get why everybody loves Assetto Corsa. Is because the realism, the simulation feel of it is just really nice, and I can see that. I can feel that right here. And also, I feel that when making mistakes. So like, when you make mistakes, you don't just start doing like 3,000 360s all of a sudden, right? If one of your tires touches grass by mistake and like the whole drift gets ruined, that type of stuff doesn't happen in this game. You can fix things as long as you're going a decent speed, or the reasonable speed. You can really fix your mistakes, which I really appreciate also. So far so good. Great experience so far. This is the one that's giving me trouble right here. I'm not getting it perfect. I think that was pretty good, but I was too far out. I didn't really get to the corner here. This is actually the harder one, I feel like, but I kind of got this one. I feel like I'm getting this one. It's clicking for me, and this one too. These two tight ones, they're back to back, and sometimes I'm slowing down way too much for it. So trying to figure out when to initiate the drift in those turns, because those are tight and those are also very close to each other. But this BMW E30 is, I mean, for me, as I'm learning, feels like the best car so far. The second best to me so far that I tried right before the live stream was the Toyota Supra. So I'm gonna hop into that in a little bit too, and we'll get back in it. But the Supra felt really nice. See, I messed up there. That wasn't a smooth transition, but oh man, it feels really good though. Looks really dope. I still don't think I have the camera view right. So if somebody's got tips for that, how do you adjust the camera so you see the drift cam kind of angles? You see the right angles. Like right now, I still don't see the angles that I want to see. Like I feel like I'm turning the car, but it doesn't look like I'm turning it a lot, because the chase cam kind of follows quickly, and I want to slow down that chase cam. It's probably somewhere in Content Manager. I just haven't figured it out yet. So if you got a tip, if you know how it works, let me know, because Content Manager is like a whole frigging software that you gotta like learn how to use to tweak all the right settings in the right places. So man, this is so smooth. I want to change the weather now, so let's do another lap of dry weather, and then let's bring some snow in. That'll be cool. Let's try to get some snow in after this. I got the pure skin right now. I have the pure like weather system that I'm using with photorealistic filtering. So that's what you're seeing right now. And it made my computer crash one time, so I think I have to adjust my settings. I might have settings too high right now, especially when I have, when I'm using the same PC for recording and streaming. Probably my system got overworked. So my last live stream kind of crashed because of it, because the game crashed. The computer just died for a second. But anyway, let's go ahead and try to do a little bit of weather changing. All right, here we go. So there's some snow, and it comes with a lot of fog, so I'm not able to see much. It does feel more slippery. Man, I could barely see. I can barely see. It really does. Wait, I almost turned there because I thought that was a road. I can barely see. Oh my god. This was the actual bend that I was supposed to go on. But I went to the wrong one. Alright. We'll get used to it. But man, look how crazy this looks. I feel like I'm missing all my entries. Yeah, I'm missing all my entries because I can't barely see. Oh, yeah, it is so hard to see. Oh my goodness, that is some madness right here, guys. This is some madness. Alright, where's that turn? Right there, right there, right there. It's hard to see. I can't see. Oh, totally missed that. At least I got this one this time. And we're here. all right, I gotta change the weather. This is crazy. All right, we gotta change the weather. This is way too much snow. All right, so we're moving on to thunderstorm. All right, a little bit less fog, and I'm getting water all over the windshield right here. Oh my god, there's puddles and all that. Okay, let's see. It's cool that the smoke kind of disappeared now. I guess because of the rain, they try to make it look realistic that there's no snow, there's no smoke now. It is. I should still see a little bit of smoke, but it's completely gone. Oh, I messed up there. Alright, what do I do here? Yeah, the visibility is no joke, man. In this game, the weather really affects how you're driving. In Forza, I think the weather does a pretty good job too. Like it does affect how you're driving, but mostly I think it's not like detailed like this. Mostly in Forza, you feel, the slipperiness of your car kind of changes a little bit, and you definitely feel that. But here, the visibility is a lot more of a factor. In Forza, the visibility is not that big of a factor. At least in my experience. Oh, did you see that lightning? I got distracted there for a second. Lightning, thunder, everything is happening here, guys. We're playing with danger right now. So another weather type crushed. Oh my god, I couldn't see anything. All that water on my screen. But I am getting the hang of the drift, though, I gotta say. I feel I'm learning. I feel I'm understanding how the car is moving. Across multiple conditions, I feel like I'm getting it. I'm getting it. All right. So there you have it. That's that. Kind of want to switch the car. Give me a second. It's gonna like exit out and then come back to switch the car, so that's a bit annoying, but let me see what I can do. All right, so we're back in. Let me get a clearer weather again. Let's do scattered kind of clouds. All right, here we go. So now we're in the Supra, the MK4. Let's go over to the tents, and we're gonna take our main route, which is from here. All right, so this is my favorite car in Forza Horizon 5 when I drift in Forza, and here so far that BMW M3 E30, oh my god, that's been the best, hands down. All right, so what's the deal with this? Okay, my force feedback on this is down quite a bit, so it feels really nice and smooth though because of it. It's very soft. But the throttling, it has to be different. I can't drive it the same way as I was driving the BMW, so it's gonna take me a second to get used to that. Ooh, does feel great though. Why is it raining though? I thought I changed the weather. That just ended up being a slide, not a drift, unfortunately. Yeah, this definitely feels different. I really liked it when I drove it earlier. Right now, I'm gonna need a minute to kind of get used to it because it's definitely different. It definitely feels different than the BMW. Cool. Feels really good though. Let me see what I can do about this rain thing. Oh, that's why it is. That's why it is. Because I have it on timed. Let me go to daytime now and just pick a time that I want right here, like a sunset type of a time, and then we'll get a bunch of clouds on. Yeah, that feels pretty good. We see some nice detail in the clouds right there. I like that. Let's keep it there. All right. Done. All right, let's try this. Okay. Ooh, that sun in my face. Oh no. Yeah, definitely the gearing is different in this car, and it is showing. A lot more smoke too. A lot more smoke. We wanted smoke, we got smoke. Messed up. Oh, got on the grass for a second. Okay. At least we did the lap without totally crashing. So the BMW needed a lot more of like pumping of the throttle. This one seems to want more of like a smoother throttle pushing and pressing. So that's what I'm kind of struggling with right now, trying to figure out and mediate between pumping and kind of like maintaining a smooth press and release. So that feels different, very different. But steering on this feels a little bit better to me, or like smoother and a bit more fun. And accurate too. Oh, I messed up. What did I do? All right. Let's get out of here. We almost made it. We almost made it. All right, here we go. Round 2. We'll try again. Come on. Ah. That one, that little turn I get, I feel like. I think the catching of the steering wheel is where I'm messing up right here. I'm not catching the drift in time. All right, so we gotta figure that out. Yeah, right there, I caught it, I think, a little bit better. Here too. Ah, oversteer. Yeah, the speed modulation is really tricky because I'm like, ooh, see, I did it again, a little too much right there. I didn't bring the car back enough. So I can't just rely on the steering to kind of do the work. In this case, it looks like I gotta do a little bit of work to kind of bring the car back in and out, depending on how it's moving. So I need to keep steering. I'm used to kind of just like letting it slip a lot, but again, I had to bring it back. And some cars, you know, that works with, and in other cars you have to do a little bit more work. Some of the cars want a little bit more engagement, and this one looks like it wants a little bit more engagement, which is fine. I'll just use the e-brake a little bit more to kind of keep control also of the slides. I think we got our first lap without any mishaps. Maybe not the first, but that was quite wide. On the throttle again. I've been really slow with this car on the throttle. I seem to not be able to figure out exactly how much time it needs for certain RPMs. I'm still getting, I think, used to its range a little bit, and that's a little hard to figure out. That felt a little bit better right there. Oh my god, those shadows made me think that was a road, and I like started the drift a lot earlier than I would have. Man, the environment in this game really messes you up if you're not paying attention. Yeah, right here. Last time that shadow really threw me off, and I kind of went on the grass thinking that was a road. I know it sounds crazy, but when you're like trying to pay attention to so many things, oversteer. Let me turn around. All right, we'll fix it on the next lap. There you go then. I messed up. All this smoke, man, I can't see anything. Alright, still not getting smooth. There you go. Whew. Intense, intense. That was a little bit better. Woo. How about we try a different map? Or let's go the other way. Ooh, look at that. Went through the tent. All right, here we go. Let's try maybe going up there and go reverse now, and we'll try that with both cars too. So let's do a couple of laps with the Supra going reverse. There you go. All right, that changes everything and, you know, messes you up a little bit because it's a completely different experience going this way. I really liked the other way that I was going, so that was a lot of fun. This feels a little bit more intense, I have to say. Because you know what it is? This ends with the straight, and the other way starts with the straight. So when you end with the straight, when you start with the straight, it's like you got a little time period to kind of, you know, lean into it. You don't start right away with like these crazy bends, and you have to like immediately get into action going this way. But when you go through that straight, you got a little bit of time. You got your first turn is this big giant turn. You know, you could mess up here a little bit, not a whole lot can happen. But like when you start this way, right away, you got yourself your first crazy tight loop immediately, and then you got to work that out. And if you mess up like I did just now, there it is. And nothing much you can do about that after that. because it's nothing but turns. It's nothing but turns once you start. Driving straight into the sun, no visibility. Ooh, hit the tent in this one. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into the BMW, and then we'll see how we can, go this way again and try a reverse track. So here we go, we're back in. Change the car color a little bit. All right, let's go to timed again, and then we got our usual stuff right here. We'll just start with the scattered. Let's make it windy also a little bit. Why not? See what that does. All right, here we go. Oh, look at those trees swaying back and forth. So it definitely got windy. All right, so we're gonna go reverse now. So let me go up a little bit and whip it around. Just like that. Okay, drives different. This car drives different for sure. Yeah, this drives different. Way different, man. That's the crazy part. You can't really use the same strategy you were using with the other car on this car. All right, I need to get a hang of it again. Feels really silly to be coming back and then not be able to drift at all when you were just drifting this car all around the track multiple times. All right, so this one requires that pumping, so I gotta get that going somehow. See that pumping. There you go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Oh boy, it is so different going one way from the other. It really is. All right, it feels so different. All right, let me go ahead and change the daytime a little bit back to sunset because it's just way too bright right now, and I would like some clouds. All right, let's do a little bit of scattered cloud action. All right. There you go, looks beautiful. Enjoy the sunset. And we'll go back this way and then we'll wrap it up, friends. This is the first drift school session. Me trying to learn how to drift and crashing. Yeah. Just when you think you have it learned, all of a sudden you're like, nope, you don't have it still. All right, let me go back and start over again. And this, going down this path into the sun, it wasn't fun either, so I'm glad we're going back this way. All right, here we go. There you go. I think I finally got a hang of it again. At least this time it didn't take me 7 laps to kind of figure it out. Oh man, nope, not a clean lap. The handling on the Supra was better, so it felt like I was in a lot more control with that car, and all of a sudden we come back here and like I forgot what I was doing to keep this car in control. So I have to like relearn the quirks of this car. Oh no, fix it, fix it, fix it. Yeah, with this car you have to push it around a lot more. You have to not be scared of like oversteering this one. With Supra, I was a little bit nervous if I turned too much. I kept on oversteering, even with a little bit. But this one, if I apply the same kind of strategy, this car doesn't want to slide as much. It's almost like this car is grippier. So I have to be extra kind of like, you know, vigilant with maneuvering my steering wheel and catching my steering wheel, and kind of like keep turning the steering wheel to make the car turn and stay in that turn. So once you get comfortable with that, like right here, see? Yeah. It's actually a better learner's car right here, because you tend to, when you're learning, you tend to overdrift. But in this one, if you turn more, you're not gonna really spin the car out, which is cool. And then the pumping of the steering, not the steering, the pumping of the throttle really allows you to kind of make a sharper turn and spin the car out more. So that pumping is really, really important in this car. Messed up there, I got distracted. This is our last lap, friends. This is our last lap. Give a sub, give a like. Really helps out. Wrapping up after this one. If you got any tips, tricks for drifting in Assetto Corsa, drop them in the comments. Definitely am trying to learn and get better. There you go. Wow. All right. So far, so good. Been a lot of fun. First day, Assetto Corsa drift training, and there we have it. Definitely the best car, I think, so far in terms of drifting for a beginner. If you got a little bit of experience, that Supra MK4 was really, really fun. I really enjoyed both of them. So I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think about this. Peace.